am putting together a series of videos that we want to make available for those who want to do their own challenge starting right now, today, or next week, or whenever. And you don't have to wait on any official challenge that we may do here at Beat Diabetes. You want to get that A1C down. You want to become non-diabetic according to your glucose levels. So this video you're going to see today has to do with the month 2 instructions. Remember, month 1, or maybe you don't remember, but month 1 was basically just test yourself like crazy. Find out what foods do to you. Don't even cut your carbs yet. Just compare some high-carb meals with some low-carb meals and find out what's happening with your body. That will put you ahead of the game, ahead of most diabetics for sure. Just the knowledge, even though you haven't even taken one step to make any real changes, just knowing what's going on in your body and what foods do to your body and to your glucose levels will make so much difference. But month 2, which is the video you're going to see today, is when I tell people that it's time to get serious about reducing those carbohydrates. So this is going to be part of the challenge series. We're going to put together a bunch of videos. I've got so many videos, it's almost intimidating for someone to go look at all the videos that are available in the years that I've been doing Beat Diabetes. So I'm putting together what I consider some of the most fundamental videos into different series. So here's the video that I will be sharing with people at the beginning of month number 2 of the challenge. Welcome to month 2 as we go through this challenge, and on this particular month it's time to reduce those carbohydrates. You knew that was coming, didn't you? And month 1 was mostly just test and find out what's going on with your body. Notice how that carbs raise blood sugar. Of course, I've been saying that all along. If you watched many of my videos, you already knew that, but you needed to see it for yourself with your own body and your own glucose meter. And you've done that now, hopefully. So now it's time to reduce those carbs. So, what carbs do I reduce? Well, let's just pretend that you are completely ignorant of which foods are high carb and which ones aren't. Let me just sum it up in 3 categories of high carb foods. The first category would be the sugary foods. Now, I'm not just talking about you got to do away with that bowl of sugar on your table. When I was a kid, that's what we had. We had a sugar bowl, and sometimes I would get some cereal that wasn't very sweet, like Cheerios or shredded wheat, and I'd dip my spoon in the sugar bowl and sprinkle it all on my cereal. Hardly anybody does that anymore, I think, because sugar has gotten such a bad reputation that it almost seems evil to have a sugar bowl. I guess there's a few that still do, but not too many. But there are sugar-filled foods. You don't need a sugar bowl. So many breakfast cereals, for example, are loaded with sugar. Most of the yogurts you buy at the store are loaded with sugar. Ketchup is loaded with sugar, and they put sugar in almost everything. And they're not stupid. They're doing it to make a profit because they know if it tastes sweet, you're going to like it. You're going to buy it again and again. So you got to watch out for anything that might have a lot of sugar in it. The simplest way is to buy that product and just turn it over, look at the nutrition info and see not just sugars, but sugars and carbs. And sugar is a carb, by the way. So a lot of times you wonder, why do you even bother to say carbs and sugars when sugar is just a carb? Well, people need to see that carbs and sugars are both evil, even though sugar is a carb. So anyway, look under the carb count and find the total carbs. And unless it's got a lot of fiber to it, if it's very high in total carbs, you don't want it. So that's going to include a lot of foods that are going to have to be cut out. Anything sugary, obviously the sweets like donuts and cake and pie and candy bars, those kind of things. But there are a lot of other sugar-filled products that you may or may not know. I was looking at a can of, I think they call it Nutella. It's a spread you put on, I guess, your bread. And it's got a nutty, crunchy taste, and it seems like it might be a healthy food, right? It's made from at least some nuts, I suppose. but I looked at the carbs and it was ridiculously high all by itself. It was about like putting jelly on something, so not good. So all sugary products. And then the second category of foods would be all starchy products. Now, this is where people miss it. A lot of people, they get the fact that sugar is not good for you, but they totally miss the idea that starches are just about as bad as sugars. Your body can hardly tell the difference, especially a diabetic body. So that baked potato, or those French fries, or those hash browns, or those grits, your body can't tell the difference. They may not taste sweet, but your body does not know the difference. So you got to get rid of the starchy foods. Potatoes, rice, any kind of and every kind of breakfast cereal, unless it's a keto breakfast cereal. And even those are a little bit iffy, but at least they're going to be better than the regular. Yams, any kind of starches, bread, obviously, which would mean tortillas. Again, you might get away with low-carb tortillas. The ones you make yourself, homemade low-carb tortillas, are better than store-bought low-carb tortillas. But regular tortillas are the worst of all. So no more tortillas, naan, chapati. All of those things have got to go. The starches are no longer on the plate. And then the final category would be the fruit. There are some fruits that are okay, such as the berries aren't too bad, especially strawberries. They're like the champion. They're the number one berry for the most bang for your carbohydrate buck. Strawberries are wonderful. The other berries are a little more iffy, but you can possibly get by with some of them. An avocado is technically a fruit, although it doesn't hardly seem like one. And that can work for you. So some fruits can work. A tomato is a fruit, and that can work for you in moderation. Now, tomatoes do have some carbs, so you can't eat too much of them, but most people don't anyway. So all the starches, and all the fruits except for things like tomatoes, avocados. There may be some that I'm not thinking of, but tomatoes, avocados, and the berries can normally work. But things like mangoes, no way. And the worst fruit of all is the banana. Extremely high glycemic. You might as well be eating about, I don't know, a bunch of sugar as eating a banana. And my most famous video, or infamous video, is the one where I ate 2 candy bars, waited an hour and tested my blood sugar, and the next day ate 2 bananas, or maybe it was the bananas first, I don't remember. And the bananas mopped the floor over the candy bar in terms of their ability to make your glucose rise. So the fruits are not your friends. In fact, just this morning, I was at a men's Bible study that I go to, and one of the guys there, I don't know how we got to talking about it, but one of the guys there mentioned that he was approaching diabetes. He was in the pre-diabetic state. He said, I've lost a lot of weight, and I've tried to eat healthier, eating more vegetables and fruits, and yet my blood sugar is as bad or worse than ever. And I had to tell him, those fruits are going to get you. Fruits have a lot of natural sugar, and you may say, well, natural sugar is fine. Natural sugar is perfect. No, it's not. Let me say it again. Read my lips. Natural sugar is not your friend, especially when it's concentrated. It may have some benefit over just raw sugar out of the bowl, but who eats raw sugar out of the bowl anyway? And almost all the fruits, if they taste very sweet, they're going to be a problem. Grapes, terrible. Dates, terrible. So get rid of the starches, your bread, your potatoes, your rice, pasta. Get rid of anything sugary and get rid of those fruits. Cut it all. You may say, what in the world is left? Well, there's a lot left. And basically, any meat can work for you as long as it doesn't have a breaded coating. And there's a lot of low-carb vegetables, high-fat dairy, cheese. I've got videos all over the place about what foods can work for you. So you can check those out, or you can just get on YouTube and type in keto meals, and you will have more low carb / keto meals than you could eat in a lifetime. In fact, I wanted to recommend several different YouTube channels because I'm really not a chef. I've learned enough. I've had to learn enough to kind of figure things out for myself. And but there's a lot of people on YouTube that are much better than me, that are really, they're foodies. They're really into cooking. I'm not. I've never been that big on cooking, but I do it out of survival because I know I've got to do some of my own cooking. I can't just depend on what I buy at the stores. Anyway, let me recommend several keto / low carb channels. And I'll start with the one that is my favorite. This is a lady, young woman, and her channel is called Keto Focus. Now, if you're watching this video some years after I make it, these channels may not even be up anymore. Keto channels come and go. So I can't guarantee they'll be up, but I can guarantee there'll be some good ones. Anyway, Keto Focus is about my favorite. This girl is solid. She speaks in an engaging way, and she has all kinds of wonderful recipes. Just type in Keto Focus, find this girl's channel, and start watching, and you'll have, again, more meals and you'll know what to do with. Another one I like is the Keto Twins. These are actually twin young ladies, I guess in their 30s. I call them young. For me, they're young. And they're great. And they have a lot of great recipes. And again, they're very engaging. They're very smooth. They're very good at what they do. The Keto Twins, just type in Keto Twins, you will find them, and you'll find all kinds of opportunities for meals. So you say, what can I eat? Well, check out these channels. Another one, Low Carb Love. This is a young lady that's lost over 100 pounds, and she's kept it off for years. And again, she's very good. She's very smooth, very engaging, and does a great job with her recipes. So Keto Focus, Keto Twins, Low Carb Love, and one other, a lady, young lady. I don't know why all these are women. I don't know why there aren't more men. I guess women are more into cooking. But this lady calls her channel Wholesome Yum. Wholesome, and then the word yum, Y-U-M, Wholesome Yum. And she's got a lot of great recipes as well. I think she's got a website, and you can get you can give her your email address, and she'll send you all kinds of new recipe ideas, more than you can use. So there's no reason for you to say, "Oh, I just don't know what to eat. I'm eating eggs and hamburger patties every day. I just can't think of anything else." Well, there's no reason for that. Either A, you're just completely ignorant of what's available, or B, you're just lazy and you won't look at it. So don't be lazy and don't be ignorant, and check it all out. So month 2, here we are. We're getting to the heart of the matter. There's some more that I'm going to share with you in month 3, but for month 2, month 1, you've been testing and kind of gradually lowering your carbs. Month 2, it's time to get serious about those carbs. Cut anything that's got very much sugar to it at all. Cut out all those starches. Cut out the fruit, except for the ones I mentioned, and you're going to see some tremendous results already. If you just did these first 2 months, a month worth of testing and a month worth of lowering your carbs, that by itself would probably enable most of you to beat diabetes in 4 to 6 months. But there's more yet. But don't jump ahead. Just take it step by step and month by month, and you're going to find victory. So go for it, my friend. Cut those carbs in this month, this second month of your challenge, and let me know how you're doing. I just believe you're going to see some great results already, and more even to come. The question that so many people have about us is, how in the world did you guys get to know each other? How did you get together? Well, the answer is found in Benedicta's new autobiography, When Destiny Calls. In fact, we do something in that autobiography that is almost never done. We each have a chapter sharing from our own perspective how we got together and how we first got to know each other. So she tells her side of it, I tell my side of it, and then it goes on with the rest of her autobiography. And the whole autobiography is exciting. It's a lot of drama and a lot of good stuff. But I think you'll find it interesting to know how it was that God brought us together. So there'll be a link in the description about how you can get this book on Amazon, either as an ebook or a paperback.